All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Share my screen. Screen number 2. You all let me know when you all can see my screen.
I see it.
That's what's
I see that here.
All right, gentlemen. This meeting. Do you guys like Sunday better or Monday better for this meeting?
It's either or.
Yeah, don't matter.
These dang kids had me dog jacked up today. I said, "Oh damn, we got to meet." But yeah, either or.
Who's that, Chris?
Sunday's ideally for me. You think about Sunday just being a football day. You picture, we mess around, have our meeting before 12, before the games kick off, and get on with the day.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
I like that. No, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sunday morning's cool.
Oh, yeah, Sunday morning was perfect.
Yeah, you be able to join Sunday morning meetings because I think it works on Sunday.
Oh, wait.
I mean, I can listen, and I should be able to talk occasionally, but I'm not going to be able to be as engaged as I would be like in the evening. So, I mean, I won't miss anything, and if I have any issues,
Yeah, I'm gonna start work on Sundays.
So with you guys, because originally this meeting is set at Sunday at 7 p.m. Would you guys be okay with a Sunday 7 p.m. meeting?
Yeah.
Sunday 7 p.m. should be good too.
Okay.
You got, you transition to the night game anyways.
Right. Okay. So that's good. All right, gentlemen. Okay. So, I sent to everybody, a document that has like the breakdown of what I'm showing, the plays. These are the plays that are coming from 2019 forward. I went and just documented these plays, as well as let me open that up real quick. Google Sheets, documents, Google Slides, and this is a living document like the Constitution of the United States. Well, actually, I think it is. So you still call it a living document. Anyways, meaning that we could add to this. You know what I'm saying? We could take away. We could add. I'm no offensive guru, guys. I'm open. That's why I got. I wanted my quarterbacks to join this meeting. The guys that stated they want to, be the quarterback. But what I do ask is that if you want to have an input, in the offensive strategy and design the plays that you implement and use the tool, and the tool is called First Down Playbook.
Okay.
I can, after the meeting, I can give everyone I already do the information, but I'll do it again. I'll give everybody the user ID and login information in order to enter the tool. Okay. So this is how I envision. I envision, as well as how we're going to operate on game day. So what's going to happen is that we're going to have an offensive coordinator. The first game is going to start off myself.
I don't think so.
Probably rotate between me, Stedman, and the other assistant coaches, that want to call the game, right? And what's ultimately going to happen is that each player is going to get. So let me go into this. We're going to get each player is going to have a play sleeve. Sure, you guys are familiar with the play sleeve, right? Normally it's the quarterbacks, but every player is going to get one. And what's going to happen is that in that play sleeve, you have a flap. You have a flap, and in each play sleeve can carry a multiple of 3 play cards. Each play card can have with this tool up to 6 plays on a play card. So that means that we have, up to 18 plays that can be, denoted on 3 play cards. That's a
That's
total of
correct.
18 plays. You guys are
Correct.
Ooh, we doing clay mask tonight, okay?
You guys follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me see here real quick. Document. Is what playbooks. Give an example of what it'll look like on a play card.
Oh, what?
So right, you have 6 up to play images on a wristband. You do varsity, or now you guys tell me which one you want, because it could be 4x7 by 2.75 or 4x7 4.5 by 2.2. So this is what. So once we hit the play, launch dialogue, plat.
Right. And
So
coming over here,
this is what it's going to look like, guys. You know, this is what a play card
who's gonna get her
6
last
plays on it.
but, you know,
Got to be in each flat. Got to be, you know, there's a flat. You know, you have one card on the top, another card on the bottom of that card, and then another card that's sitting flat on the interior.
so I got here and she still ain't said nothing.
The idea is
You started
that each player.
So I took off to one
So
of
you see how this is going to be laid out. Let me go back here. Plays. Right, so.
she did it. She like, oh, I say I'm not
Uh,
gonna get them done yet because somebody already bought them or whatever.
So this very same play will be one of the play cards. One of the 6 plays that's on a play card. Okay.
It could have gonna walk into some tail. Stop playing. I said this.
What is going to be doing? This will be kind of like our call sheet. The offensive coordinator is going to have like a set of scripted plays, all right, based on our already existing playbook. And then I'll have you know, play 2 run plays. So this is these 4 cells right here are denoting 2 run plays, 2 pass plays that we're going to ahead of time, and that's what this meeting is going to be really kind of covering, right? Mm-hmm. You know, what plays are best for, you know, first down. Second down and short, second down and long, third down and short, third and long, fourth down and short, right? Fourth down and long, goal line, less than 5 yards, goal line, I guess more than 10 yards. So change that. Said I need to bring that down and right. So the offensive coordinator. So the actual field that we're going to be playing on. Let me go back to this. Families here. They just arrived. So that's what I'm talking about. That's something that I want to talk about. So we got the play card. Okay, so the field. So this is the field that we're going to be playing on right here. So this is Warren Community Center right here. This is the actual field. Oh my God, babe. And so this is the field we're going to be actually playing on. This little gray area right here is the actual stands, the bleachers. So what's going to happen is that we're going to have our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. We're kind of, we're going to sit up in the uppermost levels of the stand. Oh, hold on for a second, guys.
Come on, I know how it is with the kids, man.
Yeah, man, I know, right?
That's what I was like. It just threw me off today. I was like, oh, it's 7:15. Man.
So up here, we're going to have our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator going to be up in the stands. We're going to be communicating via cell phone and headset down to our field assistants. Our field coaches are going to be down here on the sideline. Now, we may be on this sideline. We might be on this sideline. So home is closest to this one. So each game, they're going to determine who's the home team and which game, and in each game, they're going to determine who's the away team. Obviously, the away team sets up on this side of the far side of the field. The near side of the field is the home team. But, with modern day communications, it's not going to matter. We're going to be on a teleconference call. Offensive coordinators, all the coaches are going to be on calls, right? They're going to have the cell phones on, the headphone sets, connected to the cell phones, either through Bluetooth or through the cord. We're going to be communicating, down to the sideline coaches, like, hey, this is the play that we're going to play the play right now. You know what I mean? Let me give you an example of what that's going to look like. So. Okay. This is our website, and I'm gonna give you guys this on Tuesday. We're gonna have our meeting with the whole team, and this is kind of our collective of all the information. Like I've already set it up, man. We'll know our opponent, our game time, our score, our record. I record all of that. The start of the season is September 8th, which is the start of the NFL season, actually. Thursday night, September 8th, and we play every Thursday. This is an example of the schedule. This was the first year that we competed, organized, competed in. So this will be like the schedule. You can see it's 2019. That was the first time that I, competed in this league and had a team in this league. And depending on how many teams register and everything, they'll create the schedule. Obviously, I'll have the updated schedule, and so as you can see, everyone plays. The whole league plays on the same night. So and at this particular time in 2019, it was 8 teams that registered. So the game times were as so: 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. We are having our practices. Our practices will be on Thursday. So this is the weekly cadence. So we're going to have our Sunday meeting, right? Offensive coaches, quarterbacks meeting. Tuesday will be the team meeting, weekly team meeting, teleconference, just like that Zoom. And we're going to record we're going to record both of these, right? Do our weekly practice, depending on the schedule. We'll do our weekly practice, which would kind of be almost like a walkthrough. I'm not obviously, I'm not trying to burn anybody, but based on the polls, that's why I was asking everybody, hey, please sign up for the polls. Let me know, different things or whatever. So out of that, majority of the guys said they really were only available for practice on Thursday, the same day that we play. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We have to just do what we have to do. That's why it'll be imperative on us on Sunday to determine what our game plan is going to be, the plays that we're going to move forward with. On Tuesday will be, us releasing that out to the rest of the team. And then basically, based on the play, you just got to know, your position. If you're, we'll slot out we'll determine who's going to be, X receiver. We'll determine out who's going to be the tight end on the left-hand side, the right-hand side, who's going to be Z, who's going to be the running back, and who's going to be obviously the quarterback, and who's going to be the halfback or the slot receiver. Okay. What we'll do, going back to this pages, what will happen is that each week we would have the playbook for the week, which will be released on Tuesday. So Tuesday we'll have the playbook, and then that gives guys 2 days to freaking understand, they'll know their assignments, and they can read the playbook. Yeah, you like that? You're like, yeah. And
like that.
Back to the playbook, this will be the playbook. This is the playbook. This is what we're going to start off with coming into the season. All right. And it details out exactly what's supposed to happen in each play. Now, I don't think we have to cover each play. You guys are adults. You guys can read, but I'm going to go through like maybe a couple of them so you can kind of understand what these symbols mean. As well as I'm looking for feedback on if you guys want something to hey, coach, maybe don't have the defensive players on there. Maybe it's, maybe something's too wordy. Maybe, so this, for instance, this particular play actually has where positions of the defense are. Okay. This play doesn't have any defense at all. It's just kind of listing out, the positions of each player, their routes, and with an explanation. Let me clear this out of the way. Just a little explanation of what goes on. That's where I'm kind of looking for feedback in this meeting on what I need to lay out the play legend. So let me bring that up real quick. Images. Okay, let me go back to here. Football documents, play legend. So this was the old play legend from when I first came into, when I was using, when I first, did this, but obviously I'm gonna have to change this to make it, representative of what the current tool shows. This was the other tool I had, which just had circles, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of like, this is where I need feedback from you guys. So as you can see, so this play legend is over. It's not accurate to what currently it stands, but that's the reason I wanted to have this meeting with you all to determine like how do you want these to set up, because the old tool allowed me to have eight plays per play card, but obviously we only allow 6. And it kind of breaks down like, okay, so let's go back to this play. Let's go to this play, right? So actually, let's go into this. I'll just go into this one right here. Okay. All right, so this is called a shotgun formation, running back right, slot left. So here we go. So what's happening? You got the center and so here's the thing. If you're going to create a play, and I can talk about going into the tool and how you design a play, for those who want to design a play. Damn, I lost half of my people. I don't know what happened, man. Anyways, I had 7 people. Now all of a sudden we down to 4. Anyway.
4. Yeah. Well,
hey, we still here. We still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
It's all good. So ultimately what this is, man, is okay. So freaking before snap, quarterback motions the slot receiver, orange, to the right. That's what this dotted line. This is indicating motions. So anything right here is a motion, right? After snap, left tight end yellow pulls right to block either the DE or the linebacker coming down to the right. So in this one, I don't show the movement of the linebackers. Do you? So here's my question, Rod and Wendell. Would you want me to show the possible, like I could make a design to where the linebacker is, you know, or is this enough? Like you guys have enough football intelligence to kind of know?
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
I would say that's enough. You don't want to draw, too many lines.
You don't want too many lines.
If you
on
play
there,
the
yeah.
position, when you come to the line, you should already be anticipating that linebacker to take that running back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it says after snap, left tight end yellow pulls right to block either DE or linebacker coming down to the right. After the snap, running back green pulls to block either DE or linebacker. So as you can see, you know what I'm saying. And this is an option. It's an option because the quarterback has an option. You know what I'm saying. This is basically an RPO play. You know what I mean. The quarterback can either decide to hand it off to the slot receiver, or he can choose to keep it. And then obviously he said, okay, so Z, so after snap, running back green pulls a block either DE or linebacker. Number 4, slot Z receiver blocks his cornerback, his cornerback in front of him. Slot receiver orange runs to the outside edge, right? So this is basically a jet sweep. But I guess I could have included that, but I don't.
Quick question, Coach.
Yeah.
So this is that the X receiver you got him running? Is that an option between a slant or a comeback?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the slant for that because it gives the quarterback the option to read. If that linebacker come down, he can instantly hit that slant, or
Right.
take off, just depending on what that D and that linebacker do. So I like
That's all
that.
he got.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that's assuming, as time goes on through the season, this is assuming that we see this front, right? So, this particular situation, this is one safety. Now you could have a 2. So basically, and the way this is, the way defenses can do, this is with a safety high in the middle, but you could have a cover 2. You could have a cover 2 linebackers, and then maybe the safety, the safety could be down here. Or
I see most teams running two high safeties.
Yeah.
It ain't too many safeties who can cover sideline to sideline like that singly.
Right. More likely than not, and we can what we could do is that as time goes on, as we play in these games, we can get more detailed with these plays.
Okay.
We can make this play, shotgun. We can obviously shorten it down, but we can make it versus the defense. We can have a situation where, hey, this is a play versus a single safety high or 2 safeties in the middle, a cover 2, and then that might, change it. It might not. I don't know. It just depends. And that's the purpose of this offensive coordinator meetings from week to week. Right, we're gonna play these. We're gonna come in with a set number of plays based on our situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get feedback based off of us playing that and say, hey, coach, when I was out there, okay, instead of me doing a slant, have me do a freaking a dig route. You know what I mean? Or have me do an out route on the X. Or instead of blocking the cornerback, have the Z receiver do a route. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that we're gonna be doing, week in, week out. You know what I mean? We're gonna build off of what we see. Right now we don't know. We don't know what the competition is. We don't have any film or any of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna set the tempo of what we're gonna try to do, and then based on that, on our success or our failure of it, we'll make adjustments. That's how we're gonna run it.
Okay, I like it.
This particular inline wide receivers, quarterback, run toss option. So basically saying is that we're gonna set up, we're gonna have the H back and the running back in parallel to the X and Z. Okay, so before snap, the quarterback motions the slot H back orange in the backfield. Okay. in the backfield in a real route, in a real route. So he's going to motion him. He's going to come around, all right? Then after the snap, the quarterback fake tosses it to the slot HB, orange. After snap, after fake toss, quarterback runs to the right. He's running to his right. After snap, running back green follows and trail behind the behind the QB. So basically, it's like, okay, we're starting here, right? So then the start of the play is going to be, everybody's going to be lined up this way, right? You know what I'm saying? He motions, whatever motion, whether it's a leg, a finger, whatever, we determine that, right? In practice, we determine what that, it was going to be right leg, left leg, whatever. He's going to motion them, snap the ball, you get the center, snap the ball, all right? He's going to act like he's going to toss it, but no, he's going to keep it. And then we're going to have the running back over here is going to trail him. So they're going to be in a trail, right? So option, if the defense starts to crash in on the cornerback, the QB can lateral to the running back for a gain up the sideline. So this is supposed to be, like I was saying, so let's say, for instance, this DB blocks him or this linebacker is crushing down and it's coming for the quarterback. He can freaking, toss it to the running back that's in trail behind him. And then, we're assuming that the CB is going to follow the Z receiver, right? And so what this is denoting is that, what I did with this particular play. So this is the option. So if the CB is on his outside, he's going to do a curl. Now, if the CB is on his lining up on his, on his inside. If the CB is lining up on his outside, then he would do the comeback. That's what this dotted line is supposed to be indicating. And so obviously the wideouts have to know this. When they see this, it's based on where the CB is located. So the way I have it in default, right, the X is going to do a dig. But if the CB is on his inside shoulder, right, then he would do a comeback, depending on the placement of the CB. Option Q, the QB can pass the X wide out, or he can pass to the Z. Either or. It just depends on the situation. I'm leaving it up to the QB to make that decision.
Yeah, but then the QB's on a call. I don't know how that will work out with you rolling right, trying to come back and throw across back left.
Right.
It's possible, but I don't think that's something that should be likely done. I
No,
don't recommend it.
Be the least decision out of that, but you got
options. Yeah, you got options.
You got options happening. Like I said, if the CB's on the outside, this guy's doing the dig, so he should be over here somewhere, and he should be. You know what I'm saying? And if it's played like, if the defense is playing like the way it's drawn out, then you got here, and you got here.
So let me ask you, Coach. So that orange halfback, is he going, when he come motion, is he gonna keep going, or is he kind of just gonna stop at that point?
No. When he motions, the quarterback is gonna So when he motions, he's gonna put him in motion, right? He's gonna come around. Excuse me. He's gonna come around, and as soon as he gets like right, somewhere around here, and this is where practice comes into play, right? Because we got to see this in motion, right? We got to see how this all comes out, right? But the way it would be is that you're gonna be snapping this ball before, like right around here, around right before you do this bootleg to the right. So you're gonna snap this ball right when he's about here or there, and you're gonna act like you're gonna do the toss, but you're gonna keep it. You understand?
I get that. I'm saying, like, once we do fake the toss on his route, is he going to continue to to go upfield, or is he kind of just going to kill it once he passed me?
Oh, he's going to continue to kill.
Okay, got it.
It's a decoy. It's to have the bite. Like, for instance, the linebacker's going to bite on him. The DE might bite. You know what I'm saying? They might bite. You know what I mean? They might not. Exactly. They might recognize that you didn't actually toss it, and that you still got the ball. Now everything's coming this way, but we got, maybe the safety might come this way. You know what I'm saying?
Like it. No, I like it. I was just trying to figure out what he's gonna do to see, if that orange has to be a pass option as well.
Yeah, he's gonna continue to go forward.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to continue to go forward. And here's the thing, you know, we can actually from the sideline we could say, okay, instead of the fake, you give it to him. You know what I mean? We can say, you know, H-back, get the ball. You know what I mean? Give it to him. And this play is designed to where it's not. But, you know, maybe let's say we do this, maybe 2 plays down. Let's say we do this and we get a gain of like 4 or 5 yards, whatever it may be. You know, maybe we get a 10-yard gain. Who knows? Off the point is that we're going to always have motioning. We're going to have motioning. We're going to have misdirection. We're going to always move guys around to where the defense has to read what we're doing. You know,
talk that talk, coach. Talk that talk.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, man.
For real,
man. They're gonna eat 1 or 2 things gonna happen because see, here's the thing. Most of the time in flag football, cats are just passing. That's their first thing to do is pass. But listen, bro, you can run. This field is so wide open, guys. This field because you got you're less 3 players on this field, so it's so wide open. It's a lot of space to cover. So you know, as long as you got athletic, fast guys, and you know what I'm saying, because this has to happen at game speed, right? You know what I mean? In practice, but this is gonna happen at game speed. It's gonna be a lot. You know what I'm saying? Cats gonna have to read and react. You know what I'm saying? You know, pin down on us. You know what I'm saying? So this will be like a good play to come out on like, you know, either a first down or second and short or something.
Second down,
yeah, second down or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, and see, you know, and the next time we could like 2 plays down, we could replay this play. And they're like thinking, oh yeah, we know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be a fake. We actually hand it off. And you know what I'm saying? You know, we got a good enough athlete right here. It's off to the rock. It's off to the bait. It's off. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's off to the races or whatever. You know what I mean? It just depends. You know, we'll see how it goes. That's what I love the game, man. You know, you could draw it up every way you want to, but at the end of the day, you got to have the athletes to be able to perform, and that's what you guys do. Commitment to execution, man. That is my motto. CTE, man. On 3, CTE. Commitment to execution. You know what I mean? Because we want to make sure that we prepared. One thing about it, I'm gonna make sure that we are prepared, dude. That we're going in with a game plan. We got designated plays for situations. You know what I'm saying? I just need you guys to execute. And that's why I need my kids to understand the full gamut of what's going to happen every week to week. You know what I mean? Because once it starts going, you know, guys, I'm going to let y'all know. I may call a play. You be like, nah, coach, we're going to do this play. This play is good for us. Okay, fine. As long as you understand the playbook. As long as you understand the playbook, y'all know what I'm saying? Hey, cool. I ain't got no ego, bro. I have no ego, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you audible out and you say, hey, look, no, I want to go to this play. That's what y'all doing, man. You the field general, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's we gotta have these type of meetings. I got I gotta make sure you guys understand what the playbook is and what's capable to study it. You know, and obviously our wide receivers and everybody else understand, and running backs understand their role as well. You know what I mean? It's really going to be upon the guys to truthfully buy in. You know, study, and it's not going to be a lot of study. Hold on, I got somebody in the chat. Chris, the runner for the team name. Yeah, it's kind of too late now, Chris. It's too late, man. You know what I'm saying? But either or. So let me move on to the next one, right? Okay, so this one. So you guys agree. Are you okay with me putting the defensive guys out there, but you don't want this, right? You want me to take these rock, where the possible defense can go. You want me to take that off, right?
I mean, it's already on there. You can keep it on there. I would just say
no, it's got to be uniform, guys. It's like if we're gonna present it one way, we got to present it one way.
Okay.
Right there,
yeah, I would say take it off because,
take it off,
quite frankly, what if something happens where they not necessarily running man or not reacting that way, and you automatically read this play to automatically assume that, and it's not what you think. So you got to use your IQ.
Okay, but are you guys put in the position of the defense at least?
No, leave that there.
Leave them there. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. No. Leave the corners and stuff on there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, okay. That's perfect.
So, because it's a real easy fix, guys. It's a real easy fix. So like, for instance, let me go down to that play where I do have that listed out, okay? And I want you guys to come in here and play with this tool, man. I want you guys to come in here, you know, and I'll go over that, we'll go from scratch on how to edit a play. So it's man, this is a very great tool, man. Compared to the tool that I had before, this is so great, man. This is a very, very easy tool. Once you get the hang of it, it is so cool. It is very versatile. It's very worth the money. It is very worth the money. This is it cost me $75 for 3 months of access. It's a single user, so we can't, you know, have multiple users at the same time. You know, it's a little bit more expensive. But man, I'm telling you, man, this tool is very versatile, dude. And hopefully I can, you know, that's why I'm having these meetings, these offensive coordinator meetings, because I want you guys to come in here, use the tool. If you have a, you know, idea, a trick play, or any type of play, or something that you want to see, I want you guys to, you know, draft it up. And then that's why we have this meeting for, is to discuss the play, and, you know, like how I'm orchestrating the play and how I'm talking out the play. And, you know, and I got my notes and everything like that. That's how I want everybody to bring it. If you're going to bring the play, you got to bring it in an organized fashion. So you have all week to do it. But on Sunday is when, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to have plays, have it already drafted up, added to the tool, and ready to discuss it on Sunday. Don't, you know, not on Sunday, you're going to start drafting it at that moment in time. Like, no, have it already drafted up. You know what I'm saying? Have your notes already included. And then, you know, I'll be like, okay, the floor is open. Does anybody have any new plays that they want to discuss? Hey, coach, I got 3 plays I want to add to this week's you know, game plan. Oh, that cool, man. You share your screen. You show us what, you know what I'm saying. You show, or I can present if it's more comfortable. You know what I'm saying. Or you can share your screen. You can take over. You can share what you got open, your browser and everything that you got open. It's because Zoom, anyone can share in Zoom. You know what I mean. So I want us to be very cultured to the technology and so on and so forth. I want us to be a very smart team, a very intellectual, smart team, which I already know you guys are. So anyway, okay. So I'm not going to belabor this point as far as, you know, the plays are concerned. So this is one version of it. Let me go ahead and start talking about how to edit plays in this software. Okay. All right. So you have this left. So when you log in, so let me go from scratch. Let me delete all this stuff right here. Okay. Let me delete this. I'm gonna bring up a brand new okay. So I'll give you guys the website so you can log in yourself. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you first come to the First Down Playbook, right? Got, you know, my man on there, Mike Singletary. You know, they got some good advertising. All right, just go into login. Now, because I've already logged in, it automatically logs in. But I'll give you the login information. You put it in the login information. It'll bring you up to this. So once you put in your login information, it brings you to this. Okay. So these are my plays. These are the plays that are already in the tool. Okay, these are all the plays in the tool. So you see 1 of 14 plays. Okay. If you want to go to create play, so you want to create a play. So the first thing it does, it brings you to this screen. Okay, you give the name of the play. All right, so this time we're going to I'm going to name it test play 29 August. Okay, you have the option of doing a short field or a long field. Okay, so I default to a short field because obviously we want it to show all on the play card wristband. So short field should be the one you get. You can go with we're going to go with high school because that is the dimensions of the field that we're going to play on. So choose high school. So these two will automatically be defaulted. Leave those there, as well as midfield. Now, as time goes on, we can start, creating situational. We can get situational plans, right? So we can have, we'll decide. Hey, let's say the third play card, we want all red zone plays. let's say, you know, we just want to, you know, we can make also the third play card plays for when we're backed up in our end zone. So you have this option. So it'll show our end zone, and so the orientation will flip to show red zone, end zone. But default, midfield. That's going to be kind of like our default. But you have this option. Blank white, no. You know, we want to have the dimensions on the field on, so it's going to be one of the three. But let's go. We're going to go off with midfield, okay? So you've named your play, and now it's called, you know, now you hit create play. So it's going to bring you up to this next screen. Okay, so now you got it. So it's giving you the play, it's giving you the field at midfield, right? 50, 40, so on and so forth, okay? So the first thing you want to do, now you have two options. You can start adding your players, or you can start creating your notes. But we're going to, you know, you have your notes created. That usually comes after you create, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's up to you. You know, you may do, what I would suggest you do, guys, is that I would suggest you do it on paper, and then you write down maybe in a notebook, you know, how the play is supposed to work, you know, like I just showed you earlier, right? How I did my notes. I had a after, a before, a after, all of that type of stuff, right? Okay, so let's talk about putting the players on the field. Okay. So okay, so all right. Here you have your label of, so I always start off with, and this is where the play legend comes, because we need to do things in a very organized fashion. And based on you guys' input, I'm going to create the play legend, and I'm gonna probably put that out tomorrow. So you gotta follow the play legend when you're creating whatever your offensive plays. So I have colors for your X. X is blue. Center is gray with a square. Quarterback is white. Your tight ends or your offensive linemen, I consider them tight ends because everyone can receive the ball. Offensive linemen can catch the ball. So they're eligible receivers. So I just say, instead of saying guards, I just call them tight ends. So I always start with the center. The center is always going to be a square, okay, and it's gray. All right, so I leave this the player size. I leave that the same. This is default label color, okay. It's black. You can have it this way or you can have it this way, but just leave it black. Player size, you don't have to change that. Center is going to be square. All other players are going to be an oval, okay. So I always start off with my center, and then what you do is add player, okay? You move the player with your mouse to the center of the 50-yard line, okay? Now, I add you. So this is the way I found the easiest for me. There's many different ways to do this, but this is what I found the easiest for me to be able to do. I add another player, okay? Now I change, and I say tight end, TE. Okay, I change the shape to an oval, and I make it yellow. Now, after I've done that, now I just go ahead and duplicate the rest of the 6 players, right? Because it's 8. So 1, 2. So now I gotta say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Okay. So I put my X either over here or here on one side of the 50. Right? He's on the outside or he's on the inside. So, it all depends on you and where you can line up. Oh, okay. So part of the rules, guys, is that you have to have in this league, you have to have at least 4 people on the line of scrimmage. So you can come up with as many zany formations that you want, as long as a legal formation is 4 people on the line of scrimmage. So that's by rules. So please read the rule book. If you haven't read it, read it again, because that's going to inform you on a lot of different things, just like I just talked about. You can have 4 people on the line of scrimmage. Everybody else can be off the line of scrimmage, could be offset, right? There's nothing that can stop, there's nothing saying that you can't have, you can have, like, once you got that 4, right? This is your 4. There's nothing saying that you can't do something like this. This is a legal formation. That is a legal formation that we're seeing right now. You know what I mean? Because we met our criteria, 4 on the line of scrimmage. That's all we need is to have 4 on the line. That's the only thing that they need is 4 on the line of scrimmage. You can have these guys placed anywhere if you want to do something like this. That's a legal formation. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, let me do something that's more traditional. Okay. So yeah, let's say we just do trips right, or trips left. Okay. Okay. So once you got your people situated, now this is where I found the most easiest to as far as editing this tool. Now you can go ahead and start changing your colors. So let me bring up the player legend. Okay. So let's go up in here. These are the colors we're going to stay with. X is going to be blue. Slot halfback is going to be orange. Running back, and I'm going to say wide receiver, if you know what I'm saying, is going to be green. So we're going to keep our slot is always going to be to our left. Anything to the left of the center, as far as the back is concerned, or the wide out, is going to be orange. Anything to the right of the center, as far as the back and the wide receiver is going to be green. All right. Yellow is going to be the tight end to the left of the center. Purple is going to be the tight end to the right of the center. And then our Z receiver is going to be red. So blue X receiver is going to be blue, red receiver is going to be red, right? And then our center is going to be gray. Now I'm going to change these icons to match what the current tool. Remember, this is what the previous tool was. All right, so let's go back to our edit. Okay. So now we're on the player. Okay, so based on my situation I talked about, right, we're going to keep to uniformity. So it's always the same, no matter where the players are lined up, we're going to keep it the same color scheme. All right, so then that means this guy, so he's going to be X. So highlight that, change the text to X. Okay, now I'm moving on to the next guy. Okay, that's going to be orange based off of our color scheme and positioning. Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the slot. All right, tight end. Okay. So I'm gonna make him green. Okay, I'm gonna make him. Well, I guess I got since I got trips left, he's gonna be my wide receiver, right? But he's gonna be green. So he's a wide out. Okay, tight end stays the same. You don't need to change this. Make him blue. You don't have to change the TE. You just make him purple. All right, this is a quarterback. White is his color. Just change it to QB. Okay, and then, well, you know what? I can make him the Z receiver. Make him the Z. And then back here, we're gonna make him the running back. You guys are following me? You guys on mute if you're saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so now we got our placement. And this is saved, but it saves every 60 minutes automatically. So test play 29 is the name of the play. It's going to automatically save, but if you just want to hit the save button, cool. It's going to save it right there at that point. Now here's when you start talking about how do you add, where you want, your blocking schemes. We want to make it a curl, a wheel route, whatever routes. Okay, so it's real simple. You click on the player, right, and this is where you add a straight line or curved line. Okay, so here's a straight line. All right. Now let's say you just want this guy to go, you just stretch him out. This is a go route, But let's say you want him to do a dig. You want him to do a dig, right? So what you do is that it's the route is selected, you hit him again, And then now it adds an extra line, and now you can take this line anywhere you want it to go. You can make it you can make it a post route, you can make it a dig, you can make it an out route, you can make it a comeback, you can make it a curl, you know what I mean? You can make it a corner. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm just holding my mouse and I'm just dragging it where I want it to go, you know? So let's say we want to do this. All right, let's say we want, and then also you got the choice of you have the choice of changing the color, right? You can make, you know, so you select it again, and see there's 2 arrows. So I say red, and then you got to make this part red too. Let's say we want this red, all right? So I'm sorry, let me grab this one. Come on, let me say. Okay, there we go. That's red. Now, there's another question I had. Now, do you want me to? Here's a question I need to ask. Do you want me to have all the routes red for the possible options, or do we want to only keep one route, like one route red and everything else black?
The way you had it in the beginning was pretty good for me.
Yeah, I had it all. I had them all red.
Yeah, I said that was fine, especially with the dotted lines and solid lines. That was cool with me.
So the dotted lines, like what I like, for instance, so with the dotted lines, you can say, okay, this is your primary. This is what you're gonna do, but here's your option. So let's say, for instance, now this is where you go back on here, you add another straight line, but we're gonna make it dotted. Okay, and then we can say, hey, you know, do a post. That's gonna be the option route. So the wide receiver knows this is my primary, this is my option route, depending on what side of that CB lines up on. So, you know, in the diagram, I might have the CB on this side. All right, but so the CB is on his outside, inside shoulder, then this would be the optional route to do, you know, if he's on his outside. Right. So that's what the wide receiver needs to understand. Like, this is your primary. If that CB, if that corner is on your outside, if he's on your outside, you're gonna do this route. If he's on your inside, you're gonna do this route, or you know, or a go route, or whatever. And however many ways you want the, you know what I'm saying? So let's say, like, for instance, I want to make this, you know, some sort of like a sluggo, a slant go, then I need to add that. Right. So you know, so you see how this is broken down, one here, one here, one here. You know what I mean? That's how you denote that. You can make it a corner too. You know, if you want to do that, right? That's how you do this on the system. Okay, let's talk about curved lines. So curved lines, you hit the curved line. So you again, it's same, no different. You select the position of the player. Now with curved lines, okay, you see it automatically does this. So this is a little bit more different. So okay, so let's say I want to go here. I want to say, okay, I want to do like a wheel route to this way. So that's what this axis point, it'll curve it or bend it the way you choose it to go. You see that, guys? Let's say I want to do a run. I want him to come this way. See how I manipulate it this way? And now we're going to say a motion or something like that we make it a dotted line. Then if you want to do, like, let's say, for instance, you want to denote a fake handoff, you have these inserts. So we're going to say, so you could do the insert, and then now you could drag this anywhere along that line, right? So we're going to say handoff. This is the handoff. So we're going to hand off this, but this is going to be off of a motion. We're going to hand off. But if we wanted a fake handoff, we have this symbol, right? Same thing goes for blocking positions, right? You can do a straight line blocking position. So let's say we want the tight end to block just in front of him. So we'll say straight line. Okay, we make the end point 30 degree, 90 degree, 30 degree in that direction, 30 degree in this direction, straight 90 degrees, straight ahead, forward. This is the block. Let's say we want them to pull, want the tight end to pull, right? Do a curve, okay? We end the endpoint. Let's say we make the endpoint to a 30 degree. All right. I just drag this bad boy here. Then now I use this axis point to make it as round as I need to be. All right. We're gonna say this way. We can make them go this way. We can make them go this way. We can come this way. Whatever. Right. If we want them to block to the left. We just move it around. We just drag it with our mouse. We move, and we can make that curve as much as we want it to be. We can make it down this way. We can make it down this way. You just move the axis point, and it just shifts, just like you want it, man. I'm telling you, man. If you ever dealt with any playmaking software, this is like the easiest that I've dealt with, man. The easiest for me. So you can have them go this way. Let's say you want them to block this way. You just got to just move. You move the end point, and then you make it curve the way you want it to curve. Okay, based on the axis point. The axis is kind of screwed up on that one. Axis point is there. Okay, there it is. It kind of got blocked behind the Q quarterback for that second. But then you see how versatile this is? Okay, so that's that. You know, and like I said, you want to dip, you want to end it here. You got this right here. You want the tight end to go this way. You know what I mean? But this denotes motion, like a delay. Oh, okay. So let's say, for instance, we want the tight end to kind of do a real route here, right? But before, we don't want him just to go into a real route. We want him to chip that guy before he goes. We want to make sure he's chipping the defender. There you go. Add the road, and you can drag this along. Chip him right here, then go. Or if you want it solid. Let me click on the line, and I can make it solid. So the dotted would be denoting like kind of a delay. He's going to stay like he's blocking, and then he's going to go into it. That would be kind of like the dotted, right? Let me click on this again. You also have your undo buttons or whatever. I think I'm clicking too much, and so it's kind of, let me save it. I don't want this. How do I go back? Okay, I just hit it twice to go back to the original display. All right, so dotted will be kind of like a delay. That's telling us this is a delay. You know, we're gonna have you block, then we're gonna have you freaking run your route, rub them, or we may want you to go straight into it. Run your route and rub them at the same time. We want you to be immediate. That's what this would. That's the difference. That will go into the play legend. That's gonna go into the play legend when I break down these direct snap handoff. I'm gonna obviously change that to what we want it to be. You know, to what we've been talking about. Okay, let's go back to the editing of the play. I think I've covered pretty much the main way to mess with this. And then, you know, hey, every play we do automatically, you know what I'm saying, it's a flip side. We can flip this play. Okay, let me, I think I got it. Okay, so let me grab all the objects, flip. We got two plays, right? Because every play there's a left and a right orientation of the play. So I just grabbed all the objects, and if I was going to go, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna say, you know, let's say the one play was like to the right, RB to the right. So this is test play was designed, you know, so we're gonna say left. That's all. Now we've just created a whole new play without doing anything. We just flip. We got two plays out of one. Now, if I go back to my plays, have test play. Oh man, this kind of broke my theory down. It didn't save the original test play. Okay, well, let me play with the tool a little bit further to figure that out, because I thought it would just, there would be a test play and then a left test play, but it didn't. It didn't do that. So I stand corrected on that. I'll figure that out. I will figure that out on how to flip our play and create a new play off of that play. I would have thought it would have just, because it was already anyway. I'll figure that out, guys. But nonetheless, let me go back in here. Just gonna bring it up to here. Edit.
Could you just duplicate it right there? Or before you just went on that, it was an option to duplicate.
I'm wondering if that's what it was, man. Let me duplicate it. No, see, duplicate did that. It made it twice. So
it was before we even got to that. It was like before you got to that screen that it had duplicate, but I don't know.
Oh, I see what you said. I see what you're saying. I don't know. Let me I don't know, it did everything. It gave me twice as many icons. I'm just trying to undo. Let me go back to my plays. Yeah, leave. I don't want to save that. Okay. You're saying right here.
Yeah.
That's probably it, brother. That's probably it right there. I got a copy of the test play, right? Right? I'm gonna go up here.
Yeah.
Here, rename it. I'm gonna make it this one, right? Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Let me grab everything, move it to the right, and flip it, right? Okay. Save. Now I should go into my plays and I should see both left and right. That was it, bro.
Yep.
That was it. So that's what you do. You got to copy the play first, then flip it, rename it to the left or the right orientation, then save it. That's how we did it. We figured that out. Thanks, Chris.
No
You have to figure that out on the fly. Okay, guys. Let's go back in here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I have to say. As of right now, I think we're good. You know what I mean? As far as you guys understanding, I went through a demonstration of the tool. There's a lot of this tool that I still need to figure out. Like you can make, like instead of me doing what I did, where I made a bunch of players and so on. So if you can have like base formations, you can make stencils and all of that. But I didn't, for whatever reason, when I tried to make a stencil, it wouldn't stick. So I just was like, you know what? I don't have time to go through all of that. This needs to be orange. So save. So anyways, yeah, guys, that's that. If you want, okay, so if you want to add a defensive player, that's what this is, right? So you add a defensive player right here, D. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna undo that. So that's the thing. Because like if you're on something, let me do undo. So we back to our current state. All right. And it's kind of tricky. You'll learn, like, dealing with it or whatever. You'll learn. So our defensive player, I have to add player. Okay, cool. And then what I've done in the past, like once I've added one player, okay, I'll say DE. Okay, and then I just hit add a player. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll place them the way I want them to be. I'll place everybody under DE. So that's again, I'll place everybody where I want them. So that's gonna give us 2 linebackers here. We'll have here, here, and the DE here. Then I'll just go ahead and just start, then I'll make the edits this way. CB, LB, safety. I find this to be the easiest for me. Safety. Just I highlight the label text and then I change it at that point. Click on it. Save. Now I got my placement. You know what I'm saying? On the defense. Just drag and drop. You know? There you have it, man. That's I've taught you guys what I know of this play tool so far. You know, I encourage you guys to come in here, you know, and make plays. And if you're making a play, use your first name or initials or something so we know that that's the play that you made. So we won't touch that play. That's something we could do. We won't touch that play. That's the play that you made. And then you know, as time goes on, we'll get to like, okay, somebody doing the play cards. I go over that, how to do play cards, how to arrange the plays in the order that you want to see them in, so on and so forth for the play cards and things of that nature. We'll go into that at a later note. But I think this is already enough information just dealing with this tool, creating it, manipulating the symbols and things of that nature. But man, it's so clean, so organized. You know, I just really love this tool. To be honest with you, compared to the tool that I dealt with before, it's like head and above. You know, there's a whole bunch of different stuff down here. You can deal with shading, outlines, and outline colors, and you know, there's a lot of other stuff. So if you come up with a different, you know, hey, like Coach, maybe when we're trying to, we want to, emphasize this particular action. Let's use this particular symbol or this shade or something like that. Hey man, I'm open to it, bro. I'm open to everything, you know. But my whole thing is like, you come up with something, but you know, that's what that 7 o'clock on Sunday meeting is to discuss this type of stuff. And I probably have to, like, you know, again, like this one was an hour and a half, something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's a working meeting, you know. But with no further ado, guys, we're at 8:23. I think I've covered what I wanted to cover as far as the tool. You guys have the playbook. I gave only you guys that right now. I want you to, you know, go over the playbook. You got any questions about it? You have any improvements or any suggestions or anything like that? Reach out to me. Our next meeting is Tuesday, tomorrow. Shit. Our next meeting is tomorrow. I don't think we'll you know, as far as like, it'll be more about what I plan on practice, kind of going over the, you know, the rules, kind of, you know, it'll be kind of a repeat of, you know, our first team meeting, just to kind of, you know, because a lot of guys didn't attend that meeting. So I'm expecting a little bit more attendance tomorrow. At least I hope so. I plan on to, like, maybe having a little bit more organized practice. I'm expecting more participants in our practice on this Thursday. Yeah, just be open, just be ready for that. You know, reach out to me, man, text me, you know, give me a phone call, anything you're thinking, you know what I mean? I'm happy to go over. So, you know, unless you guys got anything, you know, I open the floor to Chris and Wendell and Stedman. You guys got something you want to talk about? Any ideas before we close out?
I don't have anything personally right now. Just trying to listen. I'm gonna try to get myself familiar with the with that software, just so that I can, you know, if I do find any plays, you know, watching them since the season's about to start for college. If I see anything interesting or whatever, something I think we can kind of try to replicate, or any different concepts that I think could be good for 8-man, you know, I try to stay on top of that kind of stuff. It's really it for me.
That's it. I was gonna say nothing my way, so we're all good.
Okay.
I like everything that we got going on.
So pretty cool.
Went there.
One day.
When you on mute, man, if you talking.
Win-win.
You might be engaged. So okay. Here's this is another thing I wanted, because thinking I thought of something what Stead was just saying. Hey man, the concepts are pretty much the same. We're just the way I look at it is that we're just less 3 offensive linemen. So in 11-man football, you have 5 receivers.
Oh, I do have something to say.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I like how we have the play cards and stuff, right? Can we also have on there routes just in case that, okay, we come up to the line, we see what the defense is throwing. If I know the X receiver is doing a dig, but I see that the linebackers are down, I want to be able to change that. Hey, X receiver do 5.
Yes.
5 would be whatever route that would be.
Okay, so
just change the route up.
Yes, Chris. I'm glad that you brought that up, man. I hadn't got to that point. So I did have a contingency plan for that. So this was what I came up with, route audible. And you let me know, man, if this makes sense to you. When a quarterback changes the route of any player from what the play has been designed, the quarterback will do the following. The quarterback from his left to right will call out the color of that desired player and then assign him the desired route, the route tree matrix to that player. See the route tree matrix. So basically what we're going to do is that, we'll call out the opposite of the route tree matrix, right? So we know normally a go is a 9 and a flat is a 1. So for instance, you come to the line of scrimmage, you see, like you said, you see based on the defense, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to put this guy in the go instead of a dig. You know what I mean? See, that's the purpose of every pair of color. So they don't know what the colors are. Maybe they might, and over time, maybe they, maybe they might cue in on it. But I don't believe they're going to know what the color of each player is, right? They don't know, but we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you say, let's say it's the X. Blue. 1. You know what I mean? But it takes the X, but now, you know what I'm saying? He knows, okay, that's why the receiver is going to be incumbent upon the receiver to know what 1 means. Every receiver know that, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you gave me a 1, see, this ain't going to be on the card. This is something that the receiver's going to have to memorize, right? You got to remember, it's okay. Right. The route tree for 1 is a go. So you tell them the color, blue, 1, and that's it right there. If you want the tight end to do a freaking out route instead of a whatever route, you just call out the color, purple, 5. You know what I'm saying? He knows that. You know what I'm saying? He knows I'm doing an out route instead of the other route. That's my you know what I'm saying, way of doing it.
Makes sense. I like it.
Yeah, if you know what I mean, if it's, we can come up, if we feel like, hey man, they're keying in on us, they're understanding our lineups, they're understanding, you know what I mean? Well, we calling out the color, they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't know who's a color or what's a color or not. They don't know the Z receivers are red and the slot receiver is orange and the yellow or the running back is green. They don't freaking know. You know what I mean? It probably would take them maybe a few plays to figure that out if they do figure it out. And if so, we could change it up. But either way, it's still not going to be our code. We'll just have to make it maybe a little bit more, intricate or something like that. But either or, you're going to have to call, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be some way that we denote to what receiver you're referring to. Maybe we may make it numbers, and we could make the routes alphabets. You know what I'm saying? We make, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the players are like, 2 alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can come up with a way, you know what I'm saying? We can come up with any type of way we want to do it. This is the best way I can think of right now because like I said, half the time, these mofos ain't even gonna look this shit up. Man. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
You're right. No, you're right.
Honest with you. So you know, but hey, they might surprise me, man. Because come tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna just say, hey man, this is all. I'm gonna give you everything y'all need for every situation. I'm gonna have a game plan on what we can do to execute. I just need y'all to execute. I need you to know your position and to know your route. That's all. I gave you the route. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you a play. I'm telling you, run this. All you got to do. If I'm blue, I know I'm in the blue position. I need to run a freaking dig, or I need to run a freaking post route in this play. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. I know what play we're talking about. I got it right here. I just run the route. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It doesn't really. It won't require a lot of study. You know what I'm saying? But you do need to know. Like for instance, when you're doing the audible, they first and foremost there is okay. So going back to the play card, gentlemen, let me talk about that. Even though I didn't cover this right now, I didn't cover that today, and this is not going to hold true. Forget this. But for instance, what we ended up doing was let me go back to this. Right. I got rid of. Okay, never mind. Let me go back to play legend. Okay. So what we ended up doing, so remember, our play card is only going to be 6. It's only going to be 6 plays, not 8 plays. And what's going to happen is that each play card is going to each box is going to be labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 3 cards, okay. And so the thing is, the card, we can name the first card red, we can name the second card white, and we can name the third card blue, red, white, and blue. So what's going to happen is that when I'm up at I'm in the stands, and I'm calling down to the coaches at the field, I'm gonna tell them over the phone, red 3, red 3. Red 3 is the third card. It's the third card, and it's the third play. Because everybody's wristband is gonna be exactly the same. Everyone's wristband is gonna be the same play. So you know what I'm saying? So we all gonna have identical wristbands. So so then if this is red 3, this is what they're gonna run right here. This play right here. Just to give an example, right? You know what I mean? Now I call out red 3, but let's say Chris, you like, fuck it, man. No. We need to do right. We need to do white 6. We're changing out of that. White 6, and then white 6. Okay, you do white 6. Everybody's on that play card. Now let's say, for instance. So let's say this is white 6. Let's say this one right here is white 6. Okay, we got green let's say we got blue doing a slant. You say, fuck it, I don't want to do a slant, I want to do a go route. You know what I'm saying? Blue 1. And you know what I'm saying? Or you want green, let's say you want orange in this particular play to do a freaking slant. You know what I mean? What's slant? Slant is 8. Orange 8, blue 6, blue 1, orange 8. Ready, snap, hike. You know what I mean? There we go. That's the cadence of how to play calling the league. Does that make sense? Chris, you hear me? Does anybody hear me right now?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
It makes sense.
Right. So I'm gonna call down to the guys. Okay, you got it. Yeah, good. Right. All right, you follow that whole flow, right? Okay. All right, man. It's already 8:35. We're 5 minutes over. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining. I'm about to post this out to everybody I invited to the offensive meeting. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the feedback, man. I am so excited, bro. I am so excited about this, bro. I'm so excited, man. All right, man. You all have a good one. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Coach. See you tomorrow.
Yep, no problem. Peace. Yep, I can hear you. Have a good one. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everybody.